change the odds for every bookmaker in the country.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar.
Dollars. What's up, everybody? The Gritty Gamblers are back in the building. How you doing, man?
Doing good, man. We here again for this January, almost February, January 27th edition of the Gritty Gamblers, man. We are back here in the building. Conference championship weeks in the books, and oof, that was a rough one for my Commanders, man. But we took that one on the chin. Rough game, man. But what a ride, man. Shout out to the Commanders, man. Left hand up. Who are we? The Commanders. Shout out JC for the love, man. Shout out JC for the love. We appreciate you, brother. Whoo, man. The Chiefs Bills, man. I told you that was gonna happen. The Chiefs was the biggest lock of the week, man. Shout out to the Chiefs.
Oh yeah, I ended up taking parlay with the Eagles -6, Chiefs money line. That hit.
Yeah, both the public lost. So that's the main thing of the weekend. The public lost big this weekend.
Yep.
Like big, like the public been losing a lot in NFL in the year, but they got destroyed this week because the public wanted Bills Commanders very bad. They bet with their heart.
I knew that shit wasn't happening. That's why I put in that bet last second. Kansas City to beat the Eagles.
Yeah, the Chiefs are probably beating the Eagles in 2 weeks. I think you can get the Chiefs at -1.5 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, we'll cover. So this is our early Super Bowl preview episode. We'll get more in depth into it next week.
Might as well
But
talk some shit and find someone to bet against because I'm taking the Chiefs, baby. I want like good money line odds.
nah, we're gonna go into it a little bit today. We're gonna go into it a little bit today. I know you got some quirky props you were talking about earlier.
Oh
We'll
yeah.
get into it in a little.
Oh yeah.
We'll get into that in a little. But nah, just recapping conference
I wonder if
championship. We
they're
got
out yet. I'm gonna look up that.
Travis
So,
Kelce,
dude,
for
fuck Travis
example.
Kelce and Josh
They took
Allen.
him.
Neither one of them scored.
They took him completely out the game. Travis Kelce.
Yeah,
I'm
one
just
catch.
like, okay.
Yeah.
He could have. They honestly, you could tell in their script that he wasn't in the script really, because Juju was making plays, Hollywood Brown was making plays in the script in the beginning, and then from the rest, whenever it was a big play from the rest of the game, it's probably Xavier Worthy or Kareem Hunt. For the Chiefs side, for the Bills side, I mean James Cook was running his tail off.
Who do you think wins Super Bowl MVP?
Ah.
Travis Kelce plus 1,800.
I mean, it depends on if he has a good game, which we're talking about right now.
Yeah, I mean, he had a bad game last week. He should have a good game this week.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, he only has one really good game in the past like 8-10 weeks, and it was the first playoff game.
Yeah, because he's playoff Kelce. So one team stopped
You
him.
say playoff Kelsey when he had 2 yards, man.
Oh, but that was last week.
Bro, what's Xavier Worthy's odds?
Plus 3,500.
That's a way better chance. Watch out, man. They saying Xavier Worthy got that Tyreek speed. He probably has some plays schemed up for him, man.
Yeah.
Watch out.
It's
Watch
gonna
out.
end up being fucking Mahomes, so I might as well take Kelce because.
Bro, Mahomes had 2 rushing touchdowns, bro. What the hell?
Yeah, that's not gonna happen again. And Josh
That-
Allen had none.
That pissed me off. No, he had one. He had one.
No, he didn't.
I thought he did. My bad. I can't read.
No, he did not.
How many did James Cook have?
2, I think. Or 1. They kept throwing it.
Yeah, Josh Allen. Yeah, he threw. Bro, yeah, he only threw for 230 and 2 TDs. Mac Hollins caught a TD.
I know, I was going to take him too, and I didn't. Because I was like, dude, he showed up in this crazy outfit, and I was like, should I take him?
He shows up in a crazy outfit every week.
I know, but I was like, so should I take him? Because like this outfit looks legit, and like everyone's like, I don't know, so I never really did.
Yeah. Hey, the most I saw a crazy stat that Terry scored on like 1 in 6 of his catches this year. He scored a TD on 1 in 6 of his catches this year.
That's pretty good.
Because he had 3 TDs in the playoffs. He had 13 TDs on the year, so 16 TDs on the year. Yeah, man. Terry was a touchdown lock throughout the playoffs. Shout out Scary Terry for that.
He needs a new barber though.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that hairline. I'm not gonna get into it. Wide receiver one's about to get a new bag soon from us, so it's okay. It's okay. I heard we might be in the T Higgins business. I don't know how I feel about it. I think I've accepted it and I'm happy with it.
You guys are getting T Higgins.
I think so, man.
That's not fair.
Hey, hey, shout out, Will. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Thank you for the great, for all the good love. We appreciate that. Let's see. Hey, we got JC showing love. JC showing love. Yeah, Will showing love. Man, we appreciate y'all both. We appreciate y'all both. But nah, man. I gotta say one thing because I did mention I had the Blues tonight in the NHL. Did I mention that? Actually, no, I didn't bring that up. Let me bring that up now while we're here. I do have the Blues tonight in the NHL. Right now they're down 1-0 and they're playing the Canucks. I do have them in three-way money line, so they have to be in regulation to win that game. The Blues. I'm not too worried about it right now. 40 minutes to play. The one thing I will say about the Canucks is the Canucks have become this year really. Yeah, man, I had to do it twice. I had to do it twice because the Canucks, from being one of the most profitable teams in the entire sport last year, now, man, they're just they can't win a game in regulation, and then they're decent in overtime. Yeah, they have skilled players, but they have 10 overtime losses on the year already. It's kind of crazy.
Hey, did the
So
Knights win last night?
the Knights did win last night. I had them last night.
Almost took them. I should have asked you
I did. I took them plus one with their three-way.
too, but I didn't know. But I didn't ask.
You're good. You're good.
That's how they were at home, and they had lost a few games. So I was
They
like,
played it was a Stanley Cup Finals rematch. They're getting their rematch with Florida at home, so I expected them to go hard.
I should have did it.
There's not a ton of action tonight. I might play this Kings Red Wings game live. It just went 2-2. That looks interesting, but I did take the Blues. I do like the Blues. You right now you can get them at normal money line. Let me pull it up. You can get them at normal money line at oh, it's blocked out right now. Oh, it's on break, but we'll check it when it comes back from the commercial break because the lines are closed off right now because of that. But I'm guessing you'll probably be able to catch them around plus 200, plus 150 money line right now. So that's not too terrible to catch them live.
All right. So the only thing I got that hasn't started yet is Kawhi Leonard over his points, rebounds, and assists. And I
Okay.
really like that play. I think he'll
Kawhi
probably
Leonard.
get 23 points tonight, and that's what it is for all three. So
Kawhi's been kind of hooping since he came back.
I know that's why I was trying to tell someone earlier. They don't listen. Oh, it matters who he's playing. I'm like, nah. As I tell my buddy all the time, it doesn't matter where they're playing, who they're playing, when they're playing. If the numbers say they're gonna win, they're gonna win. The numbers say he's going over, he's going over. Isn't that right, Matt?
Yeah. Trust the process.
Trust the process.
Let's see what we got going on tonight. So, a couple interesting spots. We do have college basketball going on tonight. I'm going to say this. Duke is playing North Carolina State tonight. Duke should not lose an ACC game for the rest of the year. It's a deep inconception, man. They should be able to sweep North Carolina this year if they're really the team people think they are, dude. I know that's a rivalry game, so you're asking a lot, but I don't know, man. This Duke team's a cut above the rest of the conference this year. It looks like, unfortunately, for the rest of the conference. So, for example, they're at home tonight versus NC State. They're minus 21.5 versus a conference opponent. So, yeah, dog. Cut this one up to slack. Duke's probably no value for the rest of the year is the whole point of this topic. So if you're catching them at a decent road spread because you're gonna get points because they're on the road, that's when I would bet Duke. But the only thing you got to realize is when you're betting Duke in a situation, they're still a young team, so there's a high likelihood they might not cover that road spread because the books are overestimating them. So Duke's probably been the most nerfed and nuked team this season. You can't really bet them anymore. So you know where I'm about to put my arguable national favorites, right? You know what's coming, right?
I was right.
Yeah.
The
Yep, yep,
purple
yep.
is.
Can't be betting on Duke if they're nerfed in value, and you can only bet them in situations that are going to be tough to bet. So I stay off Duke until the bookmakers start to drop value on their point spreads because 21 and a half, 25 and a half, some of these spreads they're getting at home and on the road, just ridiculous in conference. They should go
I'm
undefeated with
sure
the team they are, but
was doing a little. I was doing a little Cooper Flag rebounds, but he hasn't been hitting that, so I don't know if he want to do that or not. But I'm
he's
sure
been
he'll
putting
probably
the
hit it
ball in the
tonight
back
because
of
I
the
looked
net
it up.
recently.
He'll
He's
probably
been
get it
scoring
tonight.
recently, putting the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah, so points, rebounds, and assists probably pretty good for him. Points, rebounds.
What was I gonna look at next? Hey man, we got a good matchup tonight though. We got Arizona hosting Iowa State on the road. One kind of mini rule that a lot of college basketball bettors have is if the unranked team is favored at home, you bet the unranked team. And it's just kind of a staple. It hits more often than it's not. It's like a common true and true. Like if you're a college basketball bettor, you know that rule that like if the unranked team is playing a ranked team at home, you bet the unranked, and they're favored, you bet the unranked team because they're
So
favored.
I like that you said that because I actually have that team.
Do you are you bet on Arizona
Minus
tonight?
2.5.
Yeah, yeah. It just makes it now. System. It's called. It's what we call system play, man.
I liked
I,
it.
I,
I
I,
woke up
ge-
and saw the money and really liked it.
Arizona's been on fire in Big 12 play. This game could decide a potential two seed or one seed, depends on how Houston does in the Big 12, because they one of the few teams matchups that happened twice this year in the Big 12. So Arizona and Iowa State will rematch, but it's first game in Tucson, so I do expect Arizona to probably catch this hat. Yeah, the only time I've seen Arizona look bad all year at home is when they play Duke, and Duke is Duke.
Dude,
And that's non-conference, so that's before you get a lot of stuff hammered out. Tommy Lloyd should be ready.
it's funny that a team named Duke is ranked number 2. And they're on the doo list. That's crazy.
That's what happens when they nerfed you because you're not an SEC team.
That's what happens when weird shit's getting done. Stop it. Don't do it.
What'd you say?
I refrained from saying what I was gonna say. So
Oh, you were about to set your own team up, weren't you?
no, I didn't say anything about that.
No, I said you were going to set your own team up, weren't you? And then,
No, I said they played a shitty schedule.
yeah, just so that's what they say about Bama right now before your guys' gauntlet that's coming up. Just because
No,
you're in the SEC, you don't get a pass.
that's not a shitty schedule.
I'm saying that's what they're saying about what Bama did before this upcoming gauntlet that you have starting in mid-February.
Yeah, they can say what they want. This is a tough schedule.
That Ole Miss Ole Miss loss at home is,
Yeah, but I told you that was gonna happen.
yeah, I guess, but it just styles make fights.
I forgot that LSU always plays this close. I should have told you that we were gonna blow them out.
Bro, Mark Sears on the bench crying, bro. What happened to him?
Dude, when his mom was saying some stuff,
Bro, I was just like, how y'all turning it on your best player? Half the
dude,
fan
there's
base was getting on him.
yeah, some idiot said he shouldn't play for the rest of the year. I was like, bro, shut the fuck up. You have no idea
Bro,
what you're talking about.
y'all letting Aiden Holloway run y'all boy Mark out of town? That's crazy.
Yeah, Aiden Holloway wants to step up, and
That's
LeBaron Fowler wants to
crazy,
get
though. Y'all
healthy.
letting him run your boy out of town.
All right, I'll be right back.
Ah, yeah, nah, but let me just keep wrapping up because
Oh,
it's
nah,
really
this
only.
is the worst time. I gotta get gas, but don't say
Yeah, give parlay a second. Give parlay a second. But I will continue to break down the rest of eh, college basketball slate. It's a really quiet night tonight. You got Ohio State, Iowa going on right now. Ohio State's a minus 4.5 favorite. You got UCLA and USC tonight, so it's Big Ten ball tonight. They do have a lot of the lines out for tomorrow night that I can jump through tomorrow. For tonight, St. John's is going on the road, Georgetown tomorrow. Oh, 4.5 on the road. That could be weird. If that trends up, that could be a good play, but I don't know about that. Louisville's only getting 7.5 at home versus Wake. Louisville might be the second best team in the ACC, man. I know we got a stadium rant. We got quite a few Louisville local media members that are all over that team, and we should probably, I know, get one of them on to really break it down more. I know Austin, one of my former co-hosts on here, he's a huge Louisville follower, and he is reports on the team, so that's someone we should probably tap in with on that. We got Georgia, South Carolina. Georgia's the better team. South Carolina, it's something in SEC basketball right now, which is what I call the South Carolina test. If you're a good team going on the road to South Carolina, do not bet on that good team to cover because they're probably not going to cover. Florida scrapes out with a 1 point win. Auburn scraping out with 3 point wins. Now, it's not like South Carolina is good. They'll get blown out at home, too. It's happened. I think they lost to Mississippi State by 30, something crazy. I think that was on the road, but they'll lose at home, too. It's just when they catch one of these big teams, for some reason, they're always playing them to their last minutes. Colin Murray Boyles is playing his tail off in those big games. So this isn't a big game. That's something that they should notice, and they're on the road. So South Carolina should get hit here really hard. The line's already moving. You can see it's already at minus 120 at 7.5. So Georgia should actually, it's already a day early, looking pretty solid for tomorrow. Tennessee, Kentucky, 9.5. Gosh, they really think Tennessee's due for shooting progression after what happened versus when they played Auburn on Saturday. 9.5 is crazy though. I'm not gonna lie. I might just bet that out of respect because Kentucky not plus 9.5. Ooh.
they might
Welcome
cover
back,
that.
parlay. Welcome back, parlay.
Thanks. I'm waiting till it pumps.
Nah, man. I'm just looking at it right now. I'm like, cause I was going through Tuesday college basketball, and Kentucky's at plus 9.5 versus Tennessee. I know they're on the road, but expecting a ton of positive shooting regression from Tennessee in that game.
Yeah, I can see that.
I know they're at
But I
home, dog,
also
but no.
see.
What's up?
I don't know. I
Nah,
don't know if
but
they win that.
I don't know, man. But 9.5 is crazy, dog. I think Tennessee will win, but I don't think they're covering 10 points, dog. I don't think it's a double-digit win at home. Now I know they've played really well at home this year, but I just don't see it, man. Kentucky's for some reason. You know what it is? This is exactly what Kentucky is. This is exactly what Kentucky is because Kentucky is a very high variance team in terms of what type of team shows up. It could be the team that played against Kansas, the team in Gonzaga, the team that beat Duke, or the team that got dropped off by Ohio State, or the team that went and lost to Clemson. So Clemson's a good team, but that's just an example to show you that you don't know which version of Kentucky is going to show up. If Kentucky shows up, it's going to show hit punched in the mouth on the road and fought back,
Sure.
then yeah, Kentucky can cover this game. But if not,
What did Kentucky do last game? That's what you got to look at.
they lost to Vandy in a tight game.
Yeah, they're going to blow out Tennessee.
It's on the road in Knox.
Yeah,
That
they're going to
matters.
win by 50.
All right, bro. All right. I don't think they're gonna win by 50 in Knox, man.
I
Nah,
said 15.
they're not winning by 15, and they have a chance to win,
All right,
but
5. All right,
it's a
5.
they're 10-point underdogs, bro. Like it's
Yeah,
a
I'm
ridiculous
telling you,
line.
watch. Just watch.
All
Exactly,
right,
that's why.
I guess we got
Let me.
another parlay.
I
I
got.
guess
I
we
got
got
to leave
another
it alone.
parlay clip, man.
Yeah, come back. They if they blow them out, I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
I mean, it's not. It's gonna be funny if Tennessee loses that game. They have three home games in a row. If they get caught like that,
Caught slacking.
let me keep scrolling. Michigan State is actually one of my favorite teams to bet in the sport right now. They are undefeated in Big Ten play, and they like to cover. They cover. Now the catch is they play Minnesota at home, and they're 12.5 point favorites. So I don't know if we're gonna touch that. Now the line's already moving in their favor. It's already at minus 120 that line. So for all we know, it could go up to minus 13.5 by the morning. Let's see what else we got here. Texas A&M's an 8.5 point favorite versus Oklahoma. Oklahoma sucks. I'm not gonna lie to you. We thought they were decent in non-conference play,
They were
but once you hit the
they were
SEC,
13-0. And they haven't won since.
bro,
Or they have one
f-
game. Right.
the crimes that Porter Moser is committing in Norman right now with that roster, man. He has a lotto pick at point guard. He has a decent front court, and they suck. In the
Not good at
SEC
all.
specifically, because they did really well in non-conference. But as soon as they hit conference play, and the scout got put out on their team, poo, you just
Hey,
lock, you just lock up
they
fears,
weren't
and it's
ready.
done.
They weren't ready for the SEC, bro.
Bro, that's not the thing, bro. Oklahoma sucks in conference. You can't say that because they came from the Big 12, so it's like bad either way. Like it's not like I know you're making the football joke, but like if you're actually thinking about it, it's not like it's a
I
joke,
was just
bro.
making a
Like
joke, bro.
no. This is a problem for Oklahoma. It's more than that. That's what I'm saying. Like you're making a joke. That's why I said a second ago. But bro, in Porter Moser, he's a scam artist. He took Loyola Chicago to the Final Four years ago, got this Oklahoma job, and brother, like, bro, literally, it happened in the Big 12 every year. They would go, bro. Oega, the Kentucky guard that looks like who's balling out every other game. You know that kid with the dreads.
Nah. Oh, the
You
one that plays good defense?
yeah, Otega Owega, the guard. Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
the one who
Kentucky?
like usually gets most of their points. Yeah, Otega Owega,
Okay.
the shooting guard, the two guard, not Butler, but the two guard, and not Brea. If you saw a
Maybe.
picture of him, you know. You saw you saw you would remember him from when you guys played them because you watched the Kentucky Bama game, right?
Kentucky Bama game. Yeah.
Y'all beat them at Rupp, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you saw a picture of him, you remember. But
Uh,
bro, Porter Moser had him, and he had Uzan at Houston, their point guard dog, and they still couldn't win games in the Big 12 conference play. Like, it doesn't matter what conference he's in. He sucks at conference play when the scout gets out on his teams. It's
all
ridiculous.
good.
Like, and the SEC just made it worse, dog. Like, they're just getting beat up. And the whole point of me saying this is A&M's an 8.5 point favorite. I expect A&M to have their sus guards out after what happened when they played Texas and they lost after leading the whole game and up 22 at one point, and Texas came all the way back to beat them. So I expect Buzz Williams to have his antenna up in this game, and they should be able to cover 8.5 at home.
Alright. Uh,
Let's see if we have any upsets. Baylor might even be an upset on the road versus BYU. I don't know what BYU team gonna show up. That they're only plus 140 money line, nothing crazy. North Carolina is a plus 146 money line on the road versus Pitt, and that is a correct line because North Carolina sucks this year. North Carolina sucks like really bad. And if they didn't get some of these recruiting wins they're getting in this offseason, Hubert would be fired by now or coaching for his job. He might already be coaching for his job either way, unless some of these recruiting wins are what's keeping him. But it's really the bag. So, uh, Cincinnati on the road in a 10 p.m. game as a kind of East Coast Midwest team. That's something to take note of. They got to go all the way out to Utah. But yeah, not a crazy night tomorrow night in college basketball, but there's a couple of big matchups. Tennessee, Kentucky, definitely the biggest. I like Georgia probably the one I'm looking at the most so far. Like I said, we're probably gonna tap in with Austin because he knows a lot more about this Louisville team. So one of these days we're gonna have to get Austin on here to tell us a little bit more about how the Louisville Cardinals have come back from becoming a ranked top 20 basketball school. So we'll tap
Yeah,
in a
no, I
little bit
mean
more on that
Tennessee,
in the
man.
off. Yeah, we'll do a little bit more of
You get
that in
down to
the.
players.
Bro, they don't have no players, right?
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
It's
I look
insane,
at them and
man.
I'm like, should I take them? The money looks good, and I'm just like, nah, they ain't got nobody, and then they win, and I'm just like, damn.
Let's see. Um, Now that we're here, let's get into it a little bit. We're gonna do our early bowl preview, break it down a little bit more. Chiefs, Eagles. Now, I know you were looking at a couple weird markets parlay. What were you looking at?
So the only one I saw available right now is heads or tails. But we got the other two that I was looking at. But what do you think about heads or tails? I think it's gonna be tails.
I'm generally a tails guy.
Tails never fails, right? Only
Can't
thing is it's
fails.
not good like odds. But like when you bet like the color Gatorade, usually get better odds. So
Wasn't
they
it
usually
last year
got
purple?
yeah. So usually they got like blue, purple, and then they got they'll have like green, yellow,
No one
and then
go
they'll
orange
have
no more.
no. I'm getting to it. They'll do orange. They'll do red. Sometimes it's red, orange, but usually it's orange and red. And then they'll do clear, which will be like really big. And then they'll have
Nah,
green.
man. If they do clear Gatorade, that's terrible, dog.
And usually, if by the time like the week before, usually the color Gatorade comes out.
Oh, you like okay.
So like usually there's like some spilt beans when it comes out. So I'm thinking like yellow.
I'm like an orange for some reason. I don't know why.
I like yellow. I can see orange. I want to know what the numbers are because I haven't seen it. Let me try one more time to pull it up.
Isn't it 50? It was Super Bowl 59?
What are you talking? No, I'm not talking about that. I said
Oh,
the
you're
like.
talking about the odds he meant.
Uh,
Saquon's minus 200 to score a touchdown, man. They don't want you betting Saquon to score, even though he got nerfed by Hurts all the year, bro. That's kind of crazy. Hurts at minus 115
the
is
other
better
guy is
odds.
coin toss right now, but also another one is how long the national anthem is, which I don't know what they're doing, but I'm thinking around a minute 30. We gotta
Okay,
see. We gotta see because the last night I timed it, and it was about a minute 30. But he was a
okay,
naval guy, so I'm
okay.
thinking that like depending on who it is,
It could be
they'll
slight
probably
longer.
wanna yeah because they'll add a little extra flair. So I'm thinking the over, but we'll see. I gotta see how long it is.
Okay. Um, nah,
We'll
that's
see.
interesting from Parlay. Parlay's been looking at some of these early specialty prop bets, which you could only get. I don't
Now
have some of
another
these
thing we
markets.
can look at, yeah, and they're not up yet. Another
Yeah.
thing we can look at is Super Bowl MVP.
Okay. I know you had a couple thoughts on this.
So I don't know why they just put like the craziest people up front. But all right, so they got Patrick Mahomes is the favorite at plus 110,
Okay.
and then they got Saquon at plus 250,
If
Jalen
the
at
Eagles win,
325.
if the Eagles win, it would probably be Saquon. Yeah, that makes sense. Unless it's like Jalen
I
Carter.
don't think the Eagles are gonna win, so that's why we're thinking. Me and Matt are having conversations on who's it gonna be, Travis Kelsey or Xavier Worthy, right? Xavier Worthy. So
Yeah, man.
Xavier
You told me it
Worthy
was plus
is
350.
3,500,
Yeah, man.
3,500, and
30. I mean,
Travis
yeah,
Kelsey
that's
is plus 1,800.
yeah, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. You don't know which Travis Kelsey you gonna get in the playoffs parlay.
I think we're getting the real Travis Kelsey, bro.
I hope so, but the Bills had him
Could
in
be his
locks and
last
shackles,
game.
brother. The Bills
Could be
had
his
him in
last
locks and
game.
shackles, my guy.
Yeah, but that's the Bills.
The Eagles are the best
I took
defense in
it.
the league.
Yeah, but what are they against tight ends?
I mean, Blankenship was getting worked by Zach Ertz. I will say that. Zach Ertz had like 10 for a buck on them.
Right now, I'm
Zach
not
Ertz
on a
was going to
computer.
work.
So when I post, Zach Ertz had 7 receptions and 9 targets. Yeah,
Bro, he had 10
but
catches.
yeah, oh, well, this is what this says. Sorry. Um,
Come on, man. You're not going to slight Uncle Ertz like that.
so,
Uncle Ertz, Uncle Ertz had 11 catches for 104. Come on, man. Uncle Ertz was like that. He was
yeah,
cooking them. He gave
decent
them
tight
that
ends
go
do pretty
work.
good against them.
He gave the Eagles that go work. Now, I'll tell you this, the Eagles
They may
receivers are
not
not
score
as open.
touchdowns.
So, for example, DeAndre Hopkins probably not going to do much, but he doesn't really do much for the Chiefs anyways. Whoever's in the slot will probably be decent depending on how DeJean's pretty good, I'm not going to lie, but he'd be getting caught sleeping sometimes.
Yeah, I agree.
Uh when I'm looking at the rest of this though, Saquon and Hurts, this is an easy, in my opinion, read. Saquon's minus 200 to score a touchdown, but Hurts is the better player. Not just because the odds. Bro, he's minus 115, and he's more likely to score.
Because of the tush push.
Yes. Anything inside 10 yards out, Hurts is the one scoring. Not even the push. This is the misconception with the Eagles offense. Anything from 10 yards out is Hurts zone. That's Hurts range. 10, 20 yards out, bro. Like, he can just get
You
them
can
in
roll
and
out.
score. Not even, bro. They'll run the little gimmick, and it's a design run. They'll do the handoff, but he's keep more likely to keep it in the red zone because he's gonna go score. And for some
Yeah,
reason, Saquon doesn't finish runs in the red zone. He'll score from 50 yards out, from 60 yards out. He's scoring from 30, 40 yards out.
yeah,
He's not
he usually
scoring
gets
from
the
10
big play
yards
call.
out. Every once in a while, they'll give him a quick one where he can do a jump cut and get like to the outside at like the 2 yard line, and he'll get a touchdown. But
Yeah,
and those odds are also inflated because people think Hurts is injured. Bro, he took the brace off the first offensive drive versus some fucking Sunday. I was pissed. The brace came right off. He was ready to go. Hurts, bro.
I told you he was injured.
Bro, Adam Schefter lied to me twice.
Yeah, duh.
He lied to me about
Adam
that.
Schefter, that's what it was.
He blamed him. He lied to me about that, and he lied to me about Cam Jurgens not playing. He played. He played. Man,
And he lied about De'Aaron Payne. He didn't lie.
De'Aaron Payne,
I don't
man.
think he did.
He didn't show up. Of course, he got hurt in one of the biggest game of his career, man. What's new? Jonathan Allen at
He
least
still
showed up
wasn't it.
Jonathan Allen showed up, man. He didn't play good, but at least he showed up to work. He didn't do nothing
Yeah,
93, but actually, nah, he had this one tackle for loss that I started screaming back when the score was
no,
close. I
that's
was like,
yes.
yeah, yeah. Hey man, you want me to tell you my opinion? I want us to keep 93 and let 94 go, but it's sadly probably going to be the other way around because of how their contracts are.
Price picks is
Okay,
not working.
I think I want us to keep 93, who's Jonathan Allen. I want us to let Payne go, but because the other their how their contracts are, we're gonna probably end up keeping Payne. Because as much as I make fun and yell and get mad at Payne, you know what he's really good at that we needed, unfortunately, versus that game. He takes up two offensive linemen and he can stop the run. We suck at it. He's the one guy that can do it. So as much as I complain about Payne, he's probably gonna be back next year. We need to get DT next to him that can actually like eat up more rushers, maybe even pass rush a little bit more. I'll tell you, this draft class for defensive tackles is the deepest we've seen, and defensive line in general is probably the deepest we've seen in a long time. I saw Daniel Jeremiah said in his top 50 he had 16 D linemen. Oop, we got disconnected Joe, so Joe will be back in a second. Joe's probably having a little difficulties right there. Shout out Brad for the love, man. We appreciate it. We appreciate it most definitely. Uh, nah, but tough loss. As I said, tough loss for the Commanders. Back to the Super Bowl. I got distracted, man. You can tell that loss is still on my mind. But we got Parlay back. Let me get him back up here. Parlay, Parlay.
Yo,
I hear you now. I can hear you now. I was just talking to. I went on a little tangent at the end of that, talking about the some bits and pieces of the Commanders game yesterday again. But back onto the Super Bowl. AJ Brown being plus 170 to score. I know he's gonna see a lot of McDuffie, but I mean, to be honest with you, I wouldn't be too worried. I kind of like AJ to score after the bounce back game he was. I mean, he's also the Commander's killer. There's not much we can do about that. AJ Brown is known to just eat a lot of our DBs alive. I mean, he had Marshawn Lattimore screaming, ripping helmets off. So yeah, man. Plus 170, I think that's in the Super Bowl especially. I like that a lot. One thing you got to take note of with Jalen Hurts is if they're balling out like crazy and he has a lot of crazy stats, they generally lose. So that favors the Chiefs. So if that's the case, this might be the type of game to load up on Eagles props because they don't really have as many. Like for example, Smitty being plus 240 to score. One of him or AJ is definitely scoring in this game. Oh, hold on, let's give Joe a second. But yeah, no,
Alex
AJ
Smith.
or okay, I got you. Yeah, now Smitty being plus 240. I want them scoring in this game because the Eagles are going to end up losing, in my opinion. So when that trend is true, Hurts is having to overdo himself. So I could see that happening.
Yep, me too. I
If
think
you
I
can
think it's
get
gonna
this,
be Devontae.
what's up?
I like Devontae Smith.
Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, now this line is trending right now. It's still at Eagles. I mean Chiefs minus 1.5. So I would take the Chiefs if you can get them early as possible. Uh, I did want to take a note of a couple just miscellaneous things. Shout out to Madison Keys, American going to the Australian Open and winning the Australian Open final. Uh, we got an American, we got a couple Americans making step in tennis again, man. We had Coco Gauff last year. We had Madison Keys on hard court go and beat the two number one and number two players in the world. So I got to give her credit. Shout out Madison Keys. And then in men's tennis, man, Yannick. Hey, I put this tweet out because I watched the game on Sunday. I did. I was up at 4 a.m. for some reason, so I saw the game parlay, and I saw the match, the
You
final.
know,
I was up at 4 a.m. for some reason on Sunday morning, so I saw the final. And Yannick Sinner, man, you know Yannick Sinner?
nah,
He's
no
the
clue.
best tennis player in the world on hard court specifically, but like overall, it's him and Carlos Alcatraz, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah. And Alcatraz and him are like the new big rivalry right now, bro. Sinner has won the last two Australian Opens. He won the U.S. Open, so pretty much he won the last three hard court majors. He's the death taxes and Sinner on hard court, man. It's ridiculous, bro. He's hitting like 135 mile per hour serves and then gnarly stuff,
that's
bro.
crazy.
It's some gnarly stuff, bro. Like, and he beat everybody in like straight sets, 3-up. He just like he only a couple of times that he dropped sets, bro. Like he was just Yannick Sinner is a different beast on hard. Now he's not the same on clay. He's pretty decent on grass. He's not the same on clay, but bro, on hard court when you're getting he's getting it's ridiculous. So I
Good about
needed to get that out the way. Shout out to them. We do have some UFC to cover for us this weekend, so we're gonna probably tap in on that now versus Thursday, because Thursday we'll get a little bit more. Hey, one of your boys is coming back. Hey, Izzy Adesanya,
Let's go.
he's coming back this weekend on a fight night card. He's minus 175 versus Nazardine Amarov. My opinion on this is Izzy has usually been top tier when he's fighting the non-top of the 185-pound division. So I mean, he lost to DDP, yes, but he he lost to Strickland, yeah, but Izzy beat Pereira, and he also went on a crazy run. This is kind of going to be the test to see what Izzy has left in the tank. I would still kind of bet Izzy at this. I think you're getting decent value at minus 175. If Izzy loses this fight, he's pretty much not going to be really bettable again because you're not going to get him. You're going to get him in like washed up retirement matches if he loses this fight. If he wins this fight, he can be able to. He's able to stay in the title picture, and he might be reloading for another shot soon. So this fight kind of is like a make or break fight for Izzy, and it's in Saudi Arabia. He's a big main event draw. He has to sell here. You got Shar Bullet facing Michael Venom Page. Oof, that's a tough fight. I can see Shar Bullet winning this fight, especially because it's in Saudi. I'm a Michael Venom Page fan, but yeah, he's probably not gonna. Yeah, he's probably not gonna win that fight. Now, Shar Bullet is tend to get caught because of the way he leaves his head out and his movement. He's a very strike. So he could get caught by Michael Venom Page's weird style. He might not be able to see some of it, but he should win. I probably wouldn't bet that fight. That's a stay off fight. It's too Michael Venom Page's style is too risky to bet against in terms of like he's a point fighter, man. So he might just play defense and just keep his distance and like try to be slick. Now he could get caught in a submission because that's the one thing about Michael Venom Page. Now Pavlich versus Jorginho Rosenstrike, that's heavyweights, dog. If you want a nice little lotto, that could be a chance at plus 50 for Rosenstrike. But Sergey's clearly the better fighter. I'm just not betting at minus 200 for a heavyweight, so it's a fight I'd potentially also stay off unless you want to take a lotto shot there. The rest of the card is gonna be no way they got Gassiev on this card, bro. They got the primes parlay. They got my favorite NPC heavyweight, man. My favorite
There
NPC
you go,
heavyweight,
bro.
man. No, I'm not betting on him. My favorite, and have you ever seen? You've never seen this before, Joe. This is a fighter on the. This is a fighter on the poo-poo list, Joe.
Oh yeah.
Bro, remember I told you about Jorginho Rosenstrike being plus 250 a couple fights ago? Gassiev is the reason he's on that card at a higher position. He was supposed to. Gassiev was 12-0 going into facing Jorginho Rosenstrike. He was the big hyped prospect. Proceeded to go in there and get his ass whooped for 4 rounds and quit after the fourth. He said he wanted no more.
No moss, amigo.
More or less, yeah, that's what he said, dog. So the only fight, like I said, I really think I'd probably bet would just be the main event. I probably take Izzy. Besides that, this is a more viewing fun fight card than it is a fight card to bet. If you want to take a lotto on Jorginho Rosenstrike, you could, but because it's heavyweight. But Pavlovich is the clear better fighter and should win that fight. So, ah, I'd stay off the card minus Izzy, but I do like Izzy in that main event. I do like Izzy in that fight.
All right.
Moving on. Let's see. NBA. I guess I gotta finally start getting back in the NBA soon, don't I?
Yeah.
I'd rather not, man. I'd rather just keep betting NHL, but the NHL is not an NHL night tonight. Uh, yeah, it's not an NHL night tonight. The lines did start to come out for tomorrow night already, and the Caps are favored on the road tomorrow. Here's my thought process. If Logan Thompson's playing in net for the Capitals, bet the Capitals, dog. They're road demons when he's playing in net, and they find a way to win. You could even bet them a three-way money line. The Flames have been scrappy this year, but this is just not a game for them, bro. This is big bang take little bang type game in this situation. Uh, Bruins Sabres, that game's so tight in terms of the line. I can see why the Bruins are not that good on the road, and they have too many games in hand in the wild card, so that they're bound to get caught eventually. Ooh, the books are Finally respecting Montreal. Montreal's plus 130. The Jets are minus 155. Interesting. Okay, first line I like a lot, bro. I'm taking the Canes. Hey, this is the line you gotta lock in. Hurricanes, they're minus 140 on the road versus the Rangers, dog. I like the Canes a lot in that spot, dog. Second game back after the Hurricanes made one of the biggest trades of the season, parlay. Bro, in
Okay.
hockey, let me put it to you this way, parlay. The Hurricanes, because you get local radio. Well, you used to. You don't get it anymore. But yeah, I remember you used to get a ton of local radio. So you probably heard about the Hurricanes from time to time. Bro, the Hurricanes just made the biggest end trade in the NHL in the past 20 years, dog.
Yeah,
They just traded for Mikko
past 20
Rantanen.
years.
Bro, they just traded for Mikko Rantanen, who's expiring UFA this year. He's a top 5 to 10 player in the league.
Big.
Put to put in perspective for you,
It's
bro.
really big.
To put in perspective for you, he's number 6 in the league in scoring. He has 64 points in 50 games. Now, mind you, he was with Colorado. He's won a Stanley Cup before. He was him and Nathan McKinnon were one of the best duos in the entire league. So Rantanen's an excellent goal scorer, but the Canes got to learn how to use him right, and they got to change a little bit of their system to let him actually get open a ton of shots. So that's something that I would take notice of. The Canes are trying to make a stand and make a push, and they're going all in. They push their chips to the table for this cup run this year that they're trying to go on. So I got to even prop my hat to them. So their lines are going to be undervalued when you see them in some spots. So I love the minus 140 spot for them on the road versus the Rangers as they're still adjusting. The same could be said for Colorado, in my opinion, who made the trade with the Canes, who got Martin Natchez from Colorado. They're not as great of a player, obviously, but Colorado's starting to gel, and Natchez fits their system speed-wise great. He's a demon. He's at minus 155. I kind of like that too, but not as much as I like the Hurricanes. I love the Hurricanes on the road there. And then the Stars and the Golden Knights, I probably wouldn't touch that game personally, just because those teams play each other tight and it goes to overtime a lot. So you know how I am about that. But that's a quick rack down for Tuesday. I don't have anything else left tonight. The Blues are still not doing too well right now. Parlay, I think you gave up all your props, right?
Yeah, Kawhi.
Yeah, Kawhi. And then we did give you guys a
Thanks,
couple
rebound.
rundown for early Super Bowl
And,
bets. Oh yeah, and then you have Arizona tonight too, right?
and
You have
over on
Arizona,
the
right?
national anthem.
Hold up, he was cutting out. My bad. I can hear you at first play. It's okay. It's okay. I'll probably take Arizona tonight
Yes.
though. Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you now. Yeah, I'll probably take Arizona tonight though.
Yeah, you got me.
Yeah.
I took them. Minus
Yeah,
2.5.
system play. Yeah, minus 2.5. When you're favorite on the road, when you're in favorite at home as the unranked team, it's just kind of a system play. So yeah, I'll be taking that. With that being said, though, we will be back on Thursday with another edition of the Gritty Gamblers. That's my brother Parlay,
That's Matt.
and we the Gritty Gamblers, man. We will catch y'all on Thursday, man. Deuces, peace.
Whenever I bet, I could change the odds for every bookmaker in the country.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.